Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna play Chilling Devotion and our Yandere dating sim found at itch.io. Let's begin. Oh, and this is only the day 1 version, because I still had it on my computer. Unexpected guest. The car's engine purred softly as it glided along the snow-covered road, creating a rhythmic hum that haphazardly with a tranquility of the winter landscape. The roll outside seemed hushed and still, as if nature itself had been silenced by a black blanket of pristine snow. Through the windshield, the scene unfolded like a postcard come to life. The snow land and trees stood tall, their bushes delicately adorned with glistening crystals. That reminds me, I need to do the last ending for where the winter crows go. Each limp reached out towards the sky as if yearning to touch the falling snowflakes. The weight of the snow bent some branches, creating graceful arches that framed the road ahead. Looked really nice, though, like paintings. As the car made its way through the winter wonderland, the snow cap seemed to stretch out indefinitely in every direction. The vastness of the scenery was both awe-inspiring and humbling. You continued to look around in wonder from the warmth and comfort of your vehicle. For you, this is a whole new experience coming from a busy city life. The little cabin retreat. Sounds nice. It was advertised as a cozy escape in the heart of the snowy mountain wilderness. Well, for me, I'll be already aging. So my car now has heated seats. That thing's gonna be on full blast if we came up in snow. I'll be dying. I'll be bundled up too. Being born in the desert. Unplug and experience tranquility in the unforgettable views of the snow-capped peaks and towering pine trees right outside your window. It sounded like exactly what you needed at the time, and you immediately booked a cabin for one just for a week. Oh, do you mean 2 for a week? Because I don't think you got. Oh, we're gonna get the memo. You looked down because you are gonna get down there, and uninvited guest, right? You looked down at the directions and you downloaded again. Like downloaded? Why would be showing me GPS? Turn onto the Little Cub Trail, and it's the first cabin on the left. Might not be the technically it's Siri telling me where to go. Go into the ditch. You slow the car as you approach a sign. Some of the letters of Little Club peek out from under the snow. You turn into the trail, and your car bumps along the unpaved snowy dirt path. You look around intently for the first cabin you see through the increasing snowfall. Well, I don't think I see the road anymore. The wind suddenly starts whipping the snow around with fever, and the road ahead of you quickly disappears. You feel a pang in your chest at the sight of your breath as your breath quickens. Oh, we better have 4-wheel drive here. Your eyes begin darting between the trees looking for this damn cabin. So much for the forecast of light snow today. Hopefully you'll get there soon in case the snow gets worse and proceeds to get worse. Finally, are you sure we didn't pass one? Forward to for this getaway for a few weeks, and there it is. You take some time to fully take in the interior from the safety of your car. Now, the idea of the private snowy cabin wakes you. We got lonely, lax, nervous, excited, unsure. I'll go with relaxed. You rented out a cabin for a week to get away from your troubles back in reality. You can just appreciate nature and do some things that you haven't been able to in a while. There's so much you can do, like reading next to the fire, or going on a hike to see some of the sights they talked about on the website. Well, I think I'm gonna stay in there and read it by the fire. You don't remember the last time you just had some quiet time to yourself. It's time to relax and rest finally. You squint through the falling snow, trying to make out the numbers on the cabin. The snow's really started to come down quickly, and you feel an urgency to get indoors. We got the wrong cabin. I guarantee it. Snow had covered the sign, but this one looked like the picture in the booking, so you pulled out the snow-covered path. Pulled onto the snow-covered path. Plot twist. Okay, now plot twist. I guarantee it's probably the wrong cabin, because we didn't check it. You feel a wave of relief to finally arrived. The drive up the mountains was like a rainbow road. Like Rainbow Road. Oh, I know. Super Mario. It's like ice skating on the car. And then the snow, wow, beautiful, made it even more challenging drive. Because we didn't have four-wheel drive. You're in a little cabin surrounded by trees, and there's no signs, no neighbors in sight. The large stretch of wilderness ensures you plenty of privacy. You hurriedly lug your stuff out of your car up to the cabin. It's not much, just a suitcase for the week. Looking at the snow, maybe you should have packed even thicker winter clothes. The icy environment chills the delicate skin on your face. You bound up the cabin, eager to get out of the cold. It's already unlocked. Is this normal for remote cabins? No, because it's someone else's. As you step inside, the warmth of being out of the elements immediately greets you, but could certainly be warmer. You set down on your things by the door and quickly set about lighting a fire in the fireplace. Conveniently, there's some wood and a lighter by the hearth. You take in the cabin's interior, and it's cozy as described. It's not a bit more messy than expected. Did they not clean up the place? There's stuff still laid on the table. Yeah, I called it. It's his cabin, ours. We've got the wrong cabin. Look at the sign. Guaranteed the cabins look all the same. Looks like the place hasn't been slept in a while, too. It's been lived in. It has this lived-in feel, and it's ready for someone to move in. The warm glow from the hearth dancing across the rustic wooden walls, and furniture was cozy and inviting. Some books were resting on the warm wooden table and shelves. You hurry over to inspect the tiny kitchenette, and you are pleasantly surprised that's voice stocked. Wow, it looks like mystery meat and a lot of junk food. Well, Mystery Food X. When I see that mystery meat, I think Mystery Food X. Persona 4, if you don't know. Still, there's plenty of generous people running this place. You expected to get food later in town when the snow let up. It's a bit of a drive, but there's a small town with a grocery store around here. You can look more closely around the rest of the cabin later. Right now, you just want a warm drink. You looked in the kitchen drawers and find a couple of options to choose from. of them are the instant drink variety, but beggars can't be choosers. What do you want to drink? Well, I'm gonna go with hot cocoa. You can't go wrong with hot cocoa. You grab a packet from the instant hot cocoa. Then you find a pot and start to heat some water on the gas stove. It's been a while since you used one of these. I never have. I used electric and that was it. You check your phone and there's no signal. You do spot a landline on the countertop if you need to call someone. But it's been a while since you've seen one of those two, and they're a reminder of how far from civilization you are. The pot of water simmers on the stove, and you pour some into the cup for your hot cocoa. The smell of the hot cocoa fills the room, and the warmth from the cup warms your frozen hands. The window rattles suddenly, and you jump from your thoughts. The snow from earlier had really picked up into a storm now, and the heavy fall of snow blurring the landscape out of the window. The wind howls and rattles the windows again. The sharp, erratic burst made you flinch every time. Snow now slams against the cabin in chaotic flurries. You wonder if the windows would hold against the storm's fury. That's a bit concerning, but it's a perfect contrast to the safety of the cabin. The cabin was a small sanctuary that was holding back the icy wilderness beyond its walls. Luckily, you have food here and made it before the weather took a turn for the worse. Snowed in or not, you were planning on bunkering down here intentionally anyway. Just as it starts settling in near the fireplace. I know it's the right word, but it's fireplace where I am. With your hot drink, there was a knocking on the door. You snap your head towards the sound, and you feel your heart racing with fear. You weren't expecting anyone, and the thought of a stranger out here in the middle of nowhere during the snowstorm sent shiver down your spine. But maybe it was the cabin host or someone that needed help. Or the person that ran the cabin in the first place. You set down your drink on the table gently and took a look towards the door. What will you do now? Open the door. You take a deep breath and make your way to the door, steeling yourself for whoever is on there outside. When you open the door, you're greeted by a tall figure wearing a mask, their expression hidden. Your breath catches in your throat at the looming sight, fear afraid to overwhelm you. Bang, and a cold wind rushes in from the cracked open door. The unknown visitors, bundled in thick clothes and covered in snow, the huffs of their breath still show through their mask. Okay, can I help you? The figure says nothing. The silence somehow chills the air further. You reflectively take a step back and grip the door handle, ready to slam the door shut and lock it. The stranger seems to notice this and slams his hand on the door, preventing you from closing it. At the sudden movement, you freeze. Your fear takes over, and you feel your body tense up like a statue. Your eyes widen, looking up at the stranger, and even your breath stops in your chest. To your horror, the stranger reaches over to grip your arm, which is still holding onto the door. You're still too shocked to do anything. His hands were strong but not painful, and they anchor you firmly in place in front of him. His face is unreadable, neither angry nor amused, just unreadable. Probably because of the face mask, honestly. I can see his eyes. I'm just staring blankly at us. The storm outside howls louder, as if taunting you in the situation. What do you do now? Okay, I just spilled water on my keyboard, so I had to use my spare one. So hopefully this works. Please don't kill me. Please don't let me go. Please let me go. The stranger's grip on your arm tightens. Let's check. Yes, it works. I'm afraid I can't do that. A chill runs through you as you hear that low, cold, missing voice. There's a slight southern drawl to it. Oh, we're good. His words hang heavy in the air, mingling with your labored breaths and the roar of the winds. Just as you start to feel lightheaded, the stranger adds matter-of-factly. Especially not in this weather. There's a snowstorm. You won't survive out there alone, and you won't even make it 5 minutes in the storm by the looks of you. Are you sure about that? Okay, he's actually true. He's actually telling the truth. I definitely won't survive even 2 minutes in there. Arizonan. Huh? He suddenly lets go of you. The action is so sudden that you stumble back into the cabin's interior. The stranger takes a step in. The stranger masked face remains unreadable as they shut the door behind them, sealing you both inside. The stranger pulls down his mask to reveal his face. He begins dusting off the snow from his clothes and goes to hang up his overcoat by the door naturally. I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna stay with him. I'm Jim. This is my place. You stare speciously at this casual statement, as if he was not aware of the scare he just gave you. What's your name? I'm just so happy I actually had a spare keyboard. I was trying to find the wired one we have, and I couldn't find it. I think I got rid of it, sadly. So, a very small one. I'll tell him your name. What is your name? Okay. Get back. Okay, now I know. Wait, where's delete? Okay. Space. Y. N. I'm definitely gonna get another keyboard tomorrow. YN. There's an awkward beat before he gestures for you to take a seat by the fireplace. Oh, sit down. I'll just sit down. Seems cozy anyway. You still can follow his suggestion and sit down in a chair with a creak. He takes off his hat and dusts off the snow before following you and take a seat as well. You are both sitting by the fireplace after your misunderstanding. You feel a mixture of adrenaline and embarrassment. I am real sorry about before. It's okay. It was all a misunderstanding. Definitely on my part. Yeah, but still. You reassure him that it's really okay. Okay. Jim lets out a heavy sigh, but still looks apologetic. You are taken back by the contrast of the man in front of you and your first impression of him. He seems sweet. Besides that, he's still confused about how all this happened. We didn't work out the sign. Jim thinks for a moment and speaks more quietly because of the self-conscious about how his voice sounds. His voice still comes out as a little rumble. Were you trying to go to that tiny bear house? You mean the little cabin? Then yes. Right, he went way too far down the trail then. Probably missed it missed it with all the snow and pines. Easy to happen when the snow gets like this. Your face burned with embarrassment at your mistake and the whole misunderstanding. So much for a relaxing getaway. Oh, we're gonna relax all the way. We have a yonder now. We have a male yonder. We'll be fine. That makes sense. An awkward silence stretches between the two until Jim speaks up again. I think the storm will pass in a couple of days. You could stay here until then. If all love? Okay. A couple of days? You sit there and process what happened. I have to be nice to him. Thank you so much. Jim nods, a small smile tugging at this corner of his lips. As if you have a choice, but now you feel even more grateful after inconveniencing your cabin neighbor. At least he seems to be nonchalant about the whole situation. Like he's happy. It can get lonely out here sometimes. Haven't had company in a long time. You nod back, feeling a bit more at ease, now that you know he's not some deranged stalker. Are we sure? Are we sure? If anything, you were the stranger in his house, and and yet he's being so welcoming. Jim moves to stand up and starts gesturing around the room. So the bathroom is in the corner there. Oh, and feel free to put your things in the spare room, over there on your right. My room's on the one to your left, in the front door. By the front door. Oh, you already have the room set up for us? How convenient. It's not much, but you're safe here. Ah, thank you. Jim points to the pot on the stove next. I have some hot cocoa, too, after all that. Want your hot cocoa reheated since you helped yourself to some already? You've grown at any reminders of your unfortunate beginnings here. Sure, thanks. Jim gives you a curt nod and grabs your cup. Things are still pretty awkward, but it's kind of sweet that he was trying to be a good host. How about you check out your room while you reheat the drinks? You nod and grab your luggage to take to your room. The room is small, but it's as cozy as the rest of the cabin. Simple with its furnishings, but all you need. It's minimally decorated, like the rest of his cabin, but it has a bed, a nightstand, and a lamp. And now it has your suitcase and belongings in the corner. You sit down on the bed with a creak. The bed feels impossibly soft beneath you. You're urging your tense muscles from earlier to uncoil. You let out a long breath and your hands trace absentmindly over the quilted blanket. Its fabric is warm but comforting. What situation? You hear the muffled clotting of Jim in the kitchen, and snow battering against the walls. This is not what you had expected at all, and you wonder how it will all go. Your hot cocoa's ready. Jim's voice from the room pulls you from your thoughts, and you get up to join him. You sit across from Jim as he hands you a reheated hot cocoa. Jim cradles his own mug in his hand, savoring its warmth before taking little sips. His posture is more relaxed, but still seems a bit shy. You get a better look at him now that things are less tense. His pale hair is damp and fade from the snowstorm, and he keeps it pretty long. I want to touch it. His eyes flicker at you occasionally before glancing back down at his drink. Sorry, I'm not used to having company, I guess. I like his mug. What do you do? I'll ask him questions. So, Where were you going outside just now? Do you live out here all the time? The storm seems pretty rough. What do you do out here? Okay, what were you doing outside just now? I'm just checking some traps I set out in the woods nearby. Traps? Bear? Traps for small game like rabbits and such, mostly. Nothing in the traps today, probably all hiding from the storm. Oh, I see. That would explain the mystery game meat in the fridge earlier. So, do you live out here all the time? He glances at you, then answers while looking into the fire. Used to be not all the time, just when I needed to get away, but now, yeah, this is where I live. His voice is steady, but there's something vulnerable in his tone, like he's not used to explaining himself. Get away from what? Nuzzle bustle. He seems to hesitate, maybe from trying to find the right words before settling on what to say. Everything. It's noise, the people, it's just too much. I understand, me too. I get that. I don't get that. I understand, me too. You nod, feeling a strange sense of understanding. I get it. That's why you wanted to come out here too. Just need a break from it all. I wish I could be away all the time, but I have responsibilities. Jim's lips twitch into his faint smile, and for the first time since talking, his gaze holds yours for a while. And instead, you end up in the wrong cabin. Laugh. Your cheeks warm as you let Owl laugh. Yeah, not exactly the peaceful getaway I had in mind. Yeah. Maybe we should look at signs. It's surprised by the rich depth of his chuckle, despite how he tried to quiet it. It sends a pleasant warmth for you. Well, I guess it's not every day you actually break into someone else's house. The initial tension between you is melted away as you both laugh about it. I hope you do get what you came for. You can't help but smile at his gentle words. So, the storm seems pretty rough. Yeah, but it should calm down in a day or two. And if you want, I can make sure you get in the right cabin then. Or we could stay with you. The mountain weather can be unpredictable. One moment it's clear, then the danger is in an instant. Seems like the desert too. Desert is dangers all the time. It's snowing a bit earlier this year. It's snowing a bit earlier this year, but it's not uncommon. The snow falls hard, and the wind, well, it howls like it got something to prove. Yeah, you nod along in his aspiration. You weren't aware of how it was in the mountains. Oh, definitely not. He lets out a soft sigh before continuing, running a hand through his messy hair. I knew the second I saw you that you were not used to this. If you don't know what you're doing, you try to get out there, well, you're pretty much asking for trouble then. You notice a shift in his tone when talking about the storm. There's something protective about it. Like he's trying to prepare you, or maybe even shield you from the lures of the mountain. Just wait out. Don't venture out if you don't have to. The storm outside wails a bit louder for a moment, as if protesting, and Jim shifts his gaze out the window. I've been stuck in here before. You get used to it, and then it's not so bad. You take in his words, you get the impression that he's used to navigating the chaos of the mountain, and with him, maybe you could too. So, what do you do out here? I like to be in nature and be alone. Yeah, like hiking? I hunt and fish when the weather's better. Sometimes I make stuff. Like, and he sells it in the town. There's a town a ways from here. I mostly just keep to myself. His eyes dart nervously around, and you get the impression that he's not used to talking about himself like this. You decide not to get into it for now, for his sake, but you are curious. He seems like the type of say things when he's ready. So, you said you don't see many people around here. Yeah, to be honest, you're the first person I really talked to in a couple months. In a couple months? Other than when I'm picking up supplies in town. Yakla shifts his seat in his seat and rubs the back of his neck like he's unsure how to continue. I guess you could probably tell with how my out of practice I am with all the social stuff. Oh, don't worry, I'm all out of practice too. He grins a dry laugh, but he's not exactly a happy one. The isolation, it's easier this way. I never minded being by myself. It's peaceful. I don't generally like people, but it's been nice talking with you. This affirmation lingers in the air as you both take in. You're touched by his openness and vulnerability in this moment. Well, I'm glad I could be the one you talk to. Jim smiles at this and takes another shy sip of his mug. A moment of warmth settles between both of you, and you feel a little closer. So, you're done asking questions. You're done asking questions for now. You both finish up the rest of your drinks in silence. Jim looks at you and finally asks you a question himself. So how are you feeling about being stuck here? He kind of looks away again, well anticipating your answer. He has a complicated look on his face. You wonder why this is. He's a hard man to read. Yes please. You would like to stay here longer. I actually really like it here. I could see myself spending my whole stay here, honestly. It's been nice having you as company. Yes, I'm blushing. I'll be honest too. I've been liking your company too. What I'm trying to say is, you could stay here longer if you want. We just met half an hour ago? At most. Hour ago, at most. But you don't gotta decide now. Maybe when your feelings will change. We find out who's stalking us. Although I am happy you feel that way right now. You smile at his flustered but sincere response. I guess you'll have to see how this goes. Jim looks back into the flickering embers of the fire and seems to be weighing your response in his head. You wonder what he's thinking, but you can't bring yourself to interrupt his thoughts. You both thoughtfully look into the fire too. The dancing flames will lull you into the trance as your mind wanders. The time flows as the sun disappears from the sky, and you both are left with a dying fire. At some point, you feel yourself watching him. His features are softer in the firelight, warmer than before. He looks much more friendly now that he's taken off his outerwear and is relaxing in his more casual outfit. He doesn't seem to talk much, but his voice carries a quiet intensity, like every word matters. He glances at you and catches you staring. You quickly look down at your empty mug, feeling the heat rise in your face from being caught. He doesn't say anything at first, but now you feel him observing your back. What? You're handsome. As the words came out of your mouth, Jim's eyes widened for a moment. Jim's cheeks flush a soft shade of red, and he shifts awkwardly in his seat and looks back at the fire as if it can offer him some comfort. Thanks. He clears his throat and then raises his gaze slightly up to you again. You don't really get called that a lot. I don't really get called that a lot. Why not? There's something incredibly endearing about his general nervousness. But I guess I'll take it. It's very nice of you to say. He lets out a slow breath and glances at you. You're not so bad yourself, you know. Then Jim looks into his empty mug, now cold. Well, I think I'll call it a night. Jim gets up and holds out a hand to take my empty mug from me too. Take my empty mug from me too. Trying to be a generous host to me. Okay, Jim gets up and holds out a hand to take your empty mug from you too, trying to be a generous host to you. You give him your cup too, and his fingers curl into a soft smile. He walks to the kitchen and places both your mugs in a tiny sink, there with a clank. Then Jim goes over to the fireplace and puts out the rest of the fire before heading to his room. You get up and walk over to your room. You peer out to Jim, closing the door to your room. Jim lingers by his door and glances back at you. Okay, well, good night, Wyan. Good night, Jim. You say as you say your goodnight and go to your respective rooms. The door clicks as you close it all the way, and you turn towards what will be your room for the next couple of days. That was much nicer than how your first meeting started. You are getting to know Jim a lot more, and you both are getting along. Your unexpected toast is turning out to be a pleasant surprise. You change into your sleeping clothes and jump under the covers for warmth. The storm is still raging outside as much as it was earlier. You start to relax, and soon the storm outside starts to sound like the noise. The events of the day are taking their toll on you. Before you arrive, you are feeling relaxed. Now, after everything that has happened, you feel grateful. Attraction. Honestly, you're attracted to Jim. He's been not what you expected. You're looking forward to learning more about him. As you think about how you feel, you drift off to sleep, wondering about the rest of the week has in store for you. The darkness takes you, and your dream of being deep in the mountains. The air is cold, thick with a scent of old blood. Ooh, something's gonna happen. From the abyss, a pair of gold moonlight-like eyes glow from the towering figure. Okay, is Jim not really human? The shadow moves too fluid, too silent, just beyond your grasp. The trees scream, the ground heaves, and then a sound, low, gutted, laughing. Its voice is not sound, but vibration, the hum of a wasp nest, the groan of a noose tiding. You are such a delicate thing, a rabbit on my altar. You are for perfect sacrifice. Is this Jim? Your breath comes fast, not with fear, but rapture. You seem to recognize something. To be known is to press your rotting heart against something equally ruined. See how we match. You barely even notice when garl roots from blow wraps around your leg. Lovely. The force, it screams to you. The one who dreams of the wolves. Is he a werewolf? And then the darkness reaches for you. The voice calls to you once more. I'll let you whip. I'll let the whip have you just for a little while. What? You and Jim? That's not Jim we're thinking about. Okay, now we're gonna go. I'm going to leave now. You were feeling very uncomfortable in this small space with this intimidating stranger. Jim has practically a panicked look on his face as he takes in your words. But it's not safe to leave now. You can stay here and leave later. This time you have enough room to move past him while grabbing your luggage to the way out. You step back outside towards your car. The icy wind wipes across from your form as you tug outside with faltering determination. How long has it been since you got here? It looks like the snow on the ground has already doubled, and more was coming down angrily. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Keep going. You steal your determination again and push through the snow. Wait! You ignore Jim's plea as you reach for your car door. Just get the car to the car. Let's go. The cold bites your bare hands as you wrench open the driver's door. Your luggage is thrown unceremoniously over the passenger side, and you focus on your sole goal of getting away from here. You can feel Jim's eyes as on you through the windshield, but don't dare look up as you start your car. Keys in ignition, engine roaring to life. The tires spin once, twice before catching traction. The car lunges violently, throwing your luggage on the floor. White knuckling the wheel, you slam the gas again. The wheel screams. The car doesn't move. I think we're stuck. Through the windshield, Jim strides over you. His breath ragged pumps in the air. His expression isn't anger, it's concern. I think we need 4-wheel drive, I'll be honest. He yells at you from the other side of your car. You die out here. Me, I'll be fine. I got a truck. I got the Tacoma. If I can have my dad's, I'll be all set because it's 4-wheel drive. You jerk the gear shift into the reverse. The tires spin endlessly, digging deeper into the ice. Joke's on him if I had a 4-wheel drive. Forward again. Stay in your car. Stop and look at Jim. Abandon the car and walk. Give up. Abandon the car and walk. In frustration, you leave your car and start walking down where the road used to be. The cold instantly starts clawing at you to your core. It's made apparent that your clothes weren't nearly insulated enough for this kind of weather. But you gotta leave. There's no way you're staying in a cabin with this guy. You don't hear Jim move from his spot near your car or call out to you. He simply let you go. The fire you had when you made the decision to walk in is dimly as your body temperature drops. How long have you been walking? It's getting harder to see through all the snow. You reach out your arm in the front of you. You could barely see your hand. Uh-oh. You feel your limbs slowing down. When did the snow get so heavy? It's all white. Huh? When did I lay down in snow? Well, we're probably hypermotion. I'm so tired. I can't keep my eyes open anymore. There's a faint whisper. They want to take you, but didn't let them. You feel warm. Your eyes flutter open despite how tired you still feel. In a daze, you know you're in an unknown room. It's nighttime now. The storm sounds like it's still raging outside. Jim must have saved me. You attempt to move, but your limbs feel so sluggish, and the bed is so warm. You start to relax, and soon the storm outside starts to sound like white noise. The events of the day are taking their toll on you. Before you arrived, you're feeling relaxed. Now, after everything has happened, you feel unsure. You're not sure about how you feel right now. A lot has happened, and it might take some time to process all. All you know for sure right now is that the storm will be keeping you in the cabin with Jim for a couple days. At least Jim said it would be for a couple days. Well, we don't know about that because we ran. We ran before we could actually have an actual conversation with him. Said a few days, but yeah. You think about how you feel and drift off to sleep, wondering about the rest of the week has in store for you. The darkness takes you and dream of being deep in the mountains. The air is cold, thick with the scent of blood. From the abyss, a pair of gold moon eyes glow from the towering figure. The shadow moves too fluid, too silent just beyond your gasp. The trees scream, the ground heaves, and then a sound low, gurgle, laughing. His voice is not sound, but vibration, the hum of a raft, its nest, groan of noose tying. You have your fangs, a wolf. We will see if you are worthy. The voice scares you, and you don't understand what it is. You try to get away from this haunting image, but the damp, cold earth under your feet clings to you. Branches claw at your arms, waving white red trails in their wake. The less you understand, the rougher things get. The trees loom and shadows laugh. The creature taunts you further. You try to leave. You try to run from the inevitable. I am the door you cannot close. You are home. The forest screams to you. The one who dreams, the wolves. And then the darkness reaches for you. The voice calls to you once more. I'll let the whelp have you just for a little while. And that was Chilling Devotion Day 1. If you like my content, please consider subscribing and liking subscribing if it right. Comment down below and liking the video, and I'll see you guys next time.